In the headlines, Governor Lawal engages security heads over abduction of students in Zamfara. FCT Minister fires 21 heads of government agencies and companies. NLC says no agreement with federal government to suspend nationwide indefinite strike. On the foreign scene, 4 officers detained after failed Burkina Faso military coup. Hello there, welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Abdullahi Ahmed. We start in Zamfara as Governor Dauda Lawal has summoned an emergency security meeting in the state following the abduction of female students of the Federal University of Gusau. The Emergency Security Council meeting was necessitated by the kidnapping of students of the university who were abducted in their off-campus residence in Sabogida village in Bungudu local government area of the state. In a statement issued by the spokesperson to the governor, Suleiman Bala Idris, the Emergency Security Council meeting is aimed at ensuring the immediate release of all abducted persons and also find a lasting solution to the lingering issue of insecurity that has become a source of concern to the Dauda Lawal administration. He added that the governor has directed the Deputy Governor, Mani Mumini, to provide all necessary support to the security agencies to restore normalcy in all affected areas of the state. In Yobe State, the police has arrested a kidnapped kingpin in a raid by police detectives from the Crack Squad Division of the Yobe State Police Command. Identified as Muhammad Wada, the suspect was arrested in Kanda village of Kolere community in Fune local government area of the state in possession of deadly weapons. The command's public relations officer DSP Dungus Abdul Karim disclosed this in a statement made on Thursday. According to the police spokesperson, the suspect confessed to the crimes and having organized and perpetrated many kidnappings in parts of Damagum, Kolere and some parts of Tarmua and Dapchi local government areas of the state. Items recovered from the suspect include 1 pump-action gun, 2 fabricated pistols and some ammunitions. DSP Abdul Karim added that an investigation has commenced as efforts are on to arrest other syndicate members of the group. Still talking security, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, has given personnel of Operation Safe Haven a multi-security task force keeping the peace in Plateau State 48 hours to fish out the killers of Fulani leader in Panyam community. The commander of the operation, Major General Abdusalam Abubakar, disclosed this while visiting the district head of the community, Da Aminu Darwam, on Tuesday. Adu Musa has the latest from Plateau State.
The Fulani leader, whose body is yet to be recovered, was allegedly killed by yet-to-be-identified criminals on Saturday in Panyam community of Mongu local government area of the state when he was returning from a visit. Abubakar, who doubles as the General Officer commanding 3 Division, Rukuba Barak, described the act as unfortunate, adding that the operation would do everything possible to get the perpetrators arrested.
Now this weekend, we had a very sad incident in Panya. And if we don't immediately try to nip that in the bud, it will make all the gains that we have made, in the last couple of months fade away. And that is why I am here today. Yesterday, I briefed the Chief of Army Staff and he has given us 48 hours that we must fish out the perpetrators that assassinated the Ardo of Panya.
The district head of the area thanked the commander for the visit and promised to collaborate with security agencies to arrest the criminals, describing the incident as shocking, considering the fact that both Fulani and the locals had coexisted peaceful for years.
You have come at the right time. This is a period we have long been waiting for as a community. This thing happened, in fact, it sounds strange to us as a community. This is a community that has been living in peace over the years, particularly with the Fulanis. Some of us were when we were born, we met their parents.
While condemning the incident, the Army General emphasized that the military and other security agencies will not relent in their effort towards stemming the specter of insecurity in the state. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
And the Kaduna State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal is delivering its judgment virtually in the petition brought by the People's Democratic Party and its candidate Isa Muhammad Ashiru against the election of Ubasani of the All Progressives Congress as Governor of Kaduna State. Meanwhile, security is tight at the premises of the court in Kaduna where the tribunal is sitting. In the meantime, the tribunal has dismissed another preliminary objection filed by Ubasani and the All Progressives Congress, asking the tribunal to dismiss the petition filed by the PDP and its candidate. Sani and the APC, who are the second and third respondents in the case, had through their legal team argued that the petitioners had abandoned their petition. In the judgment being delivered virtually, the tribunal, however, dismissed the motion, saying that the petition was not abandoned. The tribunal is now delving into determining the main petition for verdict. Here in Abuja, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has approved the immediate termination of the appointments of 21 heads of parastatals, agencies and government companies belonging to the FCT administration. Now, Wike, in a statement by the Director of Press at the Office of the Minister, Anthony Ogunleye, on Wednesday, ordered the affected appointees to hand over the affairs of their offices to the most senior officers in rank. They include the Managing Director, Abuja Markets Management Limited, the Managing Director, Abuja Urban Mass Transport Company, the Managing Director, Abuja Property Development Company, and the Managing Director of the Abuja Broadcasting Corporation. Others include the General Manager, FCT Water Board, the Director General, FCT Emergency Management Agency, the Executive Secretary, FCT Primary Healthcare Board, the Director General, Hospital Management Board, as well as the Director, Abuja Environmental Protection Board, and directors of FCT Muslim and Christian Programs Welfare Boards. It also includes the Director of the FCT Health Insurance Scheme, among many others. According to the statement, new appointments will be made in due course to fill in the vacant positions. Now, the Nigeria Labour Congress says no agreement has been reached with the federal government to call off the October 3rd indefinite nationwide strike action. NLC's head of Information and Public Affairs, Benson Upa, said this in a statement on Thursday. Countering a statement by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Upa says the NLC did not have any date for a meeting set with the federal government that may lead to the suspension of the proposed strike. The NLC also faulted the position of the Ministry of Labour and Employment on the leadership of the National Union of Road Transport Workers. Now, the federal government has declared Monday, October 2nd, a public holiday in commemoration of Nigeria's 63rd Independence Anniversary celebration. Now, this is contained in a statement by the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Interior, Dr. Oluwatoyin Akinlade, on Thursday in Abuja. According to the Permanent Secretary, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, congratulated all Nigerians at home and abroad. Tunji-Ojo assured Nigerians of the government's continued commitment to tackling the challenges facing the country. The minister, however, said the government is making efforts to confront the varied and numerous challenges with all the might available until respite comes. The minister reiterated that the eminent position of Nigeria in the Committee of Nations and the greatness ahead of the country was achievable if everyone worked together in unison. He stated that Nigeria's warm, welcoming spirit and love, as well as its unbounded human capital and the richness of the land, makes Nigeria unarguably the leading black nation in the world. The management of the Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe has refuted allegations of organ harvesting from the corpse of a patient who died at the facility. A group of angry protesters had besieged the gates of the facility, accusing the hospital of mutilating and harvesting some organs from the deceased patient. Here's Ibrahim Ismail with more on the story.
The main gate of the Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe was shut down on Monday afternoon by security operatives to maintain law and order. These people are protesting as they allege that eyes and private part of their 61-year-old relative Halima Ibrahim were removed after she died at the hospital on Saturday. But Halima's corpse was examined by a team of professional doctors, including the family's doctor, with the outcome of the investigation revealing that her organs are intact.
It was found that the mama's eye is actually there. It was not removed. And some allegations, or I can say concerns, that other parts of her body were also removed, including the breast and her private parts, were actually also not true, because those organs were there intact in her body.
Although Halima's family testified that the deceased organs were not harvested, an autopsy result detected an injury around her left eye, a wound that led to the allegations of organ harvesting. The family now awaits answers from the FTH to explain why there was injury on the corpse.
As a family, we debunk any information saying that the body of our late mom was either the harvesting of organ or mutilated. We stand against that. We as a family, we did not render any press or media interview briefing, either with the security or any media concerning that. So we as the family, we detach ourselves from indicting anybody or giving any false information.
The Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe had earlier constituted a committee whose membership include medical experts, representatives of security agencies, and the chairman, Christian Association of Nigeria CAN, Gombe State Chapter, to investigate the organ harvesting allegations.
I want to use this opportunity to call on the general public to remain calm, the youths who are angry to remain calm. The situation is under control, and I trust the management of the Federal Teaching Hospital to come out with a true position of the thing, so that the family will be consoled and all those who are concerned will be consoled.
With Nigeria recording several cases of organ harvesting this year, Halima's family fears that she might have been a target. The family is eagerly waiting for the FTH Gombe to provide a detailed report of what really happened to her corpse. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Gombe.
Well, you're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up ahead. Custom authorities record yet another win against drug traffickers in Nigeria. Details of this and many more coming up ahead in just a moment. Welcome back to the news. Here's a quick reminder of our top stories at this hour. Governor Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State calls on security heads for an emergency meeting after the abduction of students in Zamfara. FCT Minister fires 21 heads of agencies and companies of government. Now, over 200 Islamic schools participated in this year's annual Maulid procession at the Ahmadu Bello Stadium in Kaduna. Trust TV's Bello Musa reports that the large crowds of Muslims defied the hot weather condition to take part in the procession.
At 33 degrees Celsius, the heat in Kaduna is taking a toll on the faithful. Yet, they defy it and convert for the celebration. Clerics at the event emphasized on the need for Muslims to continue to emulate the virtues of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in order to promote unity and development of Nigeria.
We are marking a person who is a symbol of integration and coexistence, which is one of the ingredients we are lacking in Nigeria. We are using this opportunity to call on all Muslims to embrace the culture, the attitude, the behavior of Muhammad, so that today we'll have a peaceful Nigeria and integrated Nigeria where unity and diversity become sources of strength.
Most faithfuls today are not emulating and practicing the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So, I admonish Muslims to go back to the teachings of our Prophet. Other faithfuls in attendance also speak on the commemoration of the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
The message is all Muslim Ummah here and beyond should pray fervently so that Kaduna State will remain peaceful.
We have been calling always to the citizens of Kaduna State to maintain peace and order. The birth of our Holy Prophet ﷺ signifies the importance of peace.
Despite the economic situation in the country, people attended the celebration in large numbers. For hours, gridlock halted the free flow of traffic on the road leading to the venue of the celebration. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
Staying with the festivities, the Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak on Wednesday joined the 2023 public commemoration of the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Now, the event, which was held at the State Stadium in Ilorin, saw the governor call on Muslims across the state to embody the Prophet's time-tested values of sincerity of purpose, fairness, compassion to all, constant embrace of God, and a strong sense of community built on the fear of God and the collective good. He noted that there is no limitation to how far the people can go if they always act as a community of people united by a common humanity, and urged Muslims to work together as one people joined by one destiny. The Grand Qadi of the state, Justice Abdul Latif Kamaluddin, said the Maulid offers a ground for introspection for Muslims, especially the people of Ilorin.
On this anniversary of the birth of the Prophet, our message to parents and Nigerians is to imbibe his time-tested values of sincerity of purpose, fairness, compassion for all, constant remembrance of God, and a strong sense of community built on the fear of God and collective good. There is no limitation to how far we can go if we always act as a community of people, united by the common humanity and interdependence. I urge us to work together as one people joined by one destiny and exemplary values.
Muslims are expected to be firm and strong-minded with their faiths. Let us practice Islam with uninterrupted devotion and undiluted commitment, as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ instructed one of his companions when he's seeking his golden advice.
In other news, custom operatives attached to the Federal Operations Unit of Zone C in Owerri have intercepted fake drugs, narcotics and other contraband items worth millions of naira. Trust TV's Ajibade Awofeso tells us more.
Taking journalists round the seizures at their Benin warehouse, Controller Kayode Kolade, alongside other senior officers of the unit, enumerated the danger inherent in some of the seized items if they have found their way to the consumers. Among them are unregistered and expired drugs, numbering up to 883 cartons.
Pharmacies to buy their drugs, because some of the drugs in the country are fake, coming in through illegal routes.
This one, Sabi?
Yes. That's why we are looking for it. Immediately after this, we handed over to the NAFDAC with the suspect. So it's very, very dangerous for we to allow it to come into the country.
So you are warning them now, right now?
Yes, we are warning them to desist. Because we want our youths, we want better for our youths. We don't want them to be destroyed. Cannabis, sativa, Indian hemp. As we all know that the major evil that is driving our youth nowadays is hard drug, which we need to fight against.
Other intercepted items include bags of rice, foreign tomato paste, spaghetti, armored bullion van, explosive raw materials, all smuggled into the country. With the successes recorded, the custom boss in the state says he will leave no stone unturned in ensuring that smuggling activities are brought to the nearest minimum. Ajibade Awofeso, Trust TV News, Owerri.
To international developments now, U.S. President Joe Biden has appointed 2 Nigerian Americans as advisors. The appointees, Osage Imasogi and Chini Ogumike, are part of the 12 members of the President's Advisory Council on African Diaspora Engagement in the United States. Congratulating the duo on the appointment, the chairperson of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabire, says the recognition and appointment into the 12-member Advisory Council is a motivation for other Nigerians and Africans in general. Chinenye Ogumike is a 2-time WNBA All-Star for the Los Angeles Sparks and a full-time multi-platform ESPN commentator and NBA analyst. Osage Imasugi, on the other hand, is the chairperson of the investment bank and SEC-registered broker-dealer Quinn Capital and Quinn Advisors. In addition, he is a co-founder of PIPV Capital, a private equity firm that is focused on the life sciences vertical and has invested well over $1 billion into the industry. And in Burkina Faso, 4 officers have been detained for questioning in Burkina Faso, a prosecutor said on Thursday, a day after the military government announced it had thwarted a coup attempt. The 4 are suspected of involvement in a, quote, conspiracy against state security. Military prosecutor Ahmed Ferdinand Swantora said in a statement released on Thursday, adding that 2 others are on the run. Late Wednesday, the military junta says the intelligence and security services had foiled a coup attempt the previous day. It came nearly a year to the day since military captain Ibrahim Traore seized power in the West African country on September 30th, 2022. His takeover was the country's 2nd coup in 8 months, both triggered in part by discontent at failures to stem a raging jihadist insurgency which swept in from neighboring Mali in 2015. Late on Tuesday, thousands of people had taken to the streets of the capital, Ouagadougou, following a call from Traore supporters to defend him and rumors of a coup on social media. In football, Napoli's manager Rudy Garcia says Victor Osimhen will always give his best for the club despite the recent controversial TikTok video row. Osimhen was bittered after the Partenope posted a video on their TikTok account this week, mocking the striker for missing a penalty in last weekend's 0-0 draw at Bologna. Now, the 24-year-old also had an argument on the touchline with his manager after he was substituted late in the game. The forward, however, put all the negativity aside, scoring and also providing an assist in the Serie A champions' 4-1 victory over Udinese on Wednesday night. Garcia claimed Osimhen is concentrated on the club and will always do his best on the pitch. Well, he's welcome at Chelsea anytime he decides to leave Napoli. Well, that is our news update at this hour. Thank you most kindly for joining us. Feel free, as always, to follow us across our social media platform. For more content, and visit trusttv.com for the latest news. My name is Abdullahi Ahmed. Thank you for watching.